loyal. He's very, very loyal to his base, and that base does not include the American Negro. And so, therefore, he is an enemy to the American Negro by supporting this illegal immigration because we know since 1840, 1840, Frederick Douglass was talking about the impact of immigration on the wages of the freedmen. And here we are, almost 200 years later, having the same conversation, which means that those in power already know that this is a problem. This is not a new issue. So no, I have no respect for him. On top of the fact that my daughter goes to a selective enrollment school and we were promised a school bus, and he took the buses.
Let me
He
ask you
took the
something.
buses from the kids, and that's my main issue with him. Every time I have to drive my daughter three expressways to go get a quality education because that does not exist in my neighborhood, and the city of Chicago decided to take her school bus, I get refueled to keep doing the work that I'm doing.
Let me ask you something. And when life in the zip zone can be a little difficult, so you might have a little problem answering this question. Your daughter is probably in the same, at some point, could go to the same classroom that Brandon Johnson's child go to. What do you think? How do you think they would react to each other? Or have they met each other? Because both of them go to the same school on the south
Um,
side.
they do. They do go to the same school, drive
I'm
three
not prying in your
expressways,
business or anything like
drive the
that,
same
but
three.
okay, go ahead.
I don't know. They could meet. My daughter's a tall, good-looking woman. I mean, tall, good-looking girl. So yeah, you probably see her in the hallway.
That's interesting, but
But
they may not be into this political bickering
but
that
that's what I
you
was
and
gonna say. They're children.
right.
They're children. So I wouldn't even get her involved in that. Like I know Brandon's wife, Stacy, very well. Very, very well. When I write the book about my life, Stacy got a page in the book. Okay, Stacy is a wonderful person. So again, I know these people. We live in the same neighborhood. We're kind of in the same social circles. But no, this is personal. This is 100% personal because I wouldn't have signed my child up to go to that school had a bus not been a part of the deal. And so I talked to the CPS CEO when he came to the West Side to Michelle Clark High School, and I told him, my child goes to the school in Hyde Park. And he's like, wow, that's smart. I said, yeah, and it comes with a bus. Now, if I were to take her out of that school because I didn't have a way to get her there and put her here at Michelle Clark, this school don't have an honors French 2 class for her to take.
Hmm.
This neighborhood does not have what my daughter needs in order to do because at the time she was a seventh grader taking a high school class. We don't have those schools over here. The only school we have over here like that is Whitney Young. And I'm like, if you guys are not going to provide school buses, then it has to be a residency based admission at this point. Because don't nobody want to drive to Half Park from Austin twice a day, every day.
Let me ask you something. Why has politics in Chicago been different than other cities, and leadership is different? Why is it so unique in whichever way you perceive it or you see it?
It's because we come from a history of patronage, and um, it comes from a history of patronage, of bullying. We remember the system where if you did not sign up for the Democratic Party, you couldn't get no city job. Somebody could come up to you and slap you on the face. So because that's what we come from, it has just tainted it on multiple levels. On top of the fact that we have a high black male unemployment rate, and so what the politicians do is they weaponize the grant in order to get the people to align themselves with political policies that work to their detriment. It's
Well,
sad. It's really, really sad. And that's why, because I grew up in the political sense, or in the political world, because like I share with everybody, my parents did, and my mother still does it to some extent. My father always said, make sure you keep you a real job. Keep a real job. Because if you just out here trying to work off these grants, they're going to control you and make you do and say whatever they want you to do and say, and that's going to hurt our people. So that's why I keep a real job, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just doing books,
hmm.
whatever. But I can't let these people feed me. That's the problem that we're dealing with. That the Democratic Party has been feeding our people for a very long time, and now our politics has been compromised.
So does that mean the leadership has been compromised?
Absolutely, all of it. Absolutely. I'm telling you this as someone who again grew up in. Now I'm not trying to. I don't want to be that person who grew up in the castle and then leaves the castle and go tell what happened at court. No,
Yeah.
that's not me. So I'm not gonna get here and tell the secrets
Wow.
Nobody. But the people, because they've already cashed them checks and got credit based on the money that they're about to get, they have to, go along and get along. And that's pathetic.
Well,
That's so pathetic to me. And this is why people say P. Ray don't like black men. It's not that I don't like black men. It's like I don't like compromised men. I don't like punk ass men. I don't like men who let other men tell them what to do for money and access. Because if you are a man, you can go get these things for yourself. I'm a woman. I was able to go out and make the connections and do the work. If you're doing the work, the doors will open. But people don't want to do the work. They want to get it how they can get it as easily as they can, and they don't care if it hurts other people. And that's my problem. That's my problem. That's always been my problem. Um, this is why I never, once I became of age and independent, I started my own, organization, not to make it about me, because that's what people say, oh, she just wanted all to be about her. But it's not about me, but I'm damn sure not going to make it about y'all sellout ass.
let me
And I mean that.
let
I
me
mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I ain't the toughest woman in the world. I'm not. I'm not the toughest woman in the world. But I'm not gonna allow myself, my energy, my social, political, and intellectual capital to be used for people and their bullshittery. No, sir, I can't.
let me ask you something, P. Ray. Where did you go to school at?
I went to Whitney M. Young Magnet High School, started from seventh grade, and then I went to Hampton University on a full academic scholarship where I got a degree in finance. Then I went to UIC and got a degree in language literacy and culture through the School of Education.
How do you respond to people when people ask you a question as to who picked you as leader? How do you respond to that?
You said who picked me as leader?
When people ask that question, when they say who picked you to lead the crowd, how do you respond to that?
I tell them that I stepped up.
Oh.
And the people expected me as their leader. The people asked me, P. Ray, can you come speak? P. Ray, can you show up? P. Ray, P. Ray, what happened? P. Ray, we know you read it. P. Ray, we know you researched it. I got myself verified and validated by the people before I became the leader. And then the president of the United States of America, the president, Donald Trump, wrote on his social media that I was the leader. I didn't ask Trump to write that about me, but he
Well,
did because he recognized me. But again, all these people are pissed off because it wasn't them. But they're not doing the work that I'm doing. Rather than trying to fight me, outwork me. That's it. That's the only way you can make this work. Outwork me, and then we can have something to discuss. But all of this pig, all this peg, ain't nobody got time for that. We're in the middle of a damn invasion. You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of, like I said, bullshittery that just blows me, that just infuriates me. Because had they not been engaged in this bullshittery all this time, now, I got active in this in 2017 when I got an invitation to the Young Black Leadership Summit. And, hold on, what is this girl doing? Okay, anyway, when I got an invitation to the Young Black Leadership Summit, I'm sorry, let me fix my face. And that's how I got wrapped into MAGA. That's how I got